kingdom over everything. Or you can say kingdom over everybody. Are you willing to put your mind, body, and soul on the line?
Call this kingdom over everything. I'm about my Abba's business, for I be my wedding ring. Married to the gospel and I'm faithful, never giving up. That's word to the chief. My belief in the spiritual. Do the work, plant the seed. Christ is what these people need. Not them doctors that y'all feed. Souls burning cause of greed. Hands to the piss out, like the swizz that from my brizz out. 10 toes diz out as I'm praying for my criz out. Precept on them precepts while I let the spirit direct. Every move I miss, hey, can't let the serpent take my soul away. Praying for the strength to make it through the day. Darts flying at me, but Ephesians keep me strapped. Pappy say he got me long as I worship his son. He say I'll never lack as long as he is number one. That's why I'm on my knees begging for forgiveness. Regardless what y'all think, this kingdom business. Call it KOE. I won't let you get my life. I won't let you get my body. I'm a soldier of Yahweh. We gon' kill Illuminati. It's the kingdom over everything. We want the kingdom over everything. We call this KOE. I won't let you get my life. I won't let you get my body. I'm a soldier of Yahweh. We gon' kill Illuminati. It's the kingdom over everything. We want the kingdom over everything. We call this KOE. Got the spirit of Moses up against Janus and Jambres, exposing the lies. That's why these preachers is mad at me. Repping the covenant that was gained of my fathers. The spirit of Abraham got me drinking the waters. I call that fully persuaded. I pray to y'all that I make it about this booth I'm in. Spiritually speaking, spiritually speaking. From what I've been reading, as long as I'm breathing, this 613 and I mean it. I got this work and I'm fiending to do it. Study to prove it. You ain't gotta believe it. He gon' make do in this season. We gon' be bending a knee. We gon' help rule in this kingdom. For the wicked it ends. They all gon' burn in their sins. I'm on a straight path, never turning right or left. Narrow is the road to salvation. We talking life or death. That's why I'm on my knees begging for forgiveness. Regardless what y'all think, this kingdom business. Call it KOE. And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. We call this KOE. Whosoever shall save his life shall lose it. Whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it. We call this KOE. We call this KOE. We call this KOE.
All right, family, let's stand and open up. Shalom, shalom. Bye, shalom.
Shalom. All right. Return, we beseech thee, O Elohim of hosts. Look down from heaven and behold, and visit this vine in the vineyard which thy right hand hath planted.
Yes, sir.
And the branch that thou madest strong for thyself. It is burned with fire. It is cut down. They perish at the rebuke of the countenance. Let thy hand be upon the man of thy right hand.
Yes, sir.
Upon the son of man whom thou madest strong for thyself. So will not we go back from thee. Quicken us, and we will call unto thy name. Turn us again, O Most High Elohim of hosts. Cause thy face to shine, and we shall be saved. I read you Psalms 80, verse 14 through 19. May the Lord bless the hearers, readers, and doers of his holy word. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir. Good script,
sir.
man. All right, family. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
All right, Shabbat Shalom for those who are live with us on Facebook, YouTube, and all the other outlets. Happy Shabbat. Peace and bless to you and your household. Y'all see the title. We're going to be dealing Matthew chapter 20. Matthew chapter 20. We got various topics. we're gonna be dealing with in here. One of them, the main one is labors in the vineyard.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna be dealing with that in chapter 20. We'll be dealing with he mentioned Messiah mentioned about his death, resurrection, foretold. He told about that. Perferment ask, mother want her sons to get promoted. You know what I'm saying? She want a promotion for her boys.
She wants some preference.
Yes, sir. And and then we're gonna be dealing with in the end sight for the blind. And we're gonna look at which blind we're talking about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, family, let's go ahead and get this work. I'm gonna share my screen. Class not gonna be too long today, hopefully. But we hope we can get some understanding in Yeshua HaMashiach. Okay. Now let me share my screen here, and we're gonna get this work. Yeah, we ain't gonna be 5 hours like them brews last night. We can't do them 5-hour class, can we, brother?
No.
That's young man hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hallelujah. Praise the
All
Most High
praise
for
for them, brother. Yes, sir.
I had to tap out. I got to look at. I got to put it in 2 parts. I got to do 2 hours last night. Yeah, do the other part the next morning.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Put your mark in chapter 20 here, and we're gonna take our time, just kind of get some understanding. A lot of y'all who've been in this walk for a while, y'all understand about the labors in the vineyard. We're gonna kind of look down and look in the vineyard and see what Matthews was talking about. There's other, we can pick this up in Mark and other Luke and these other gospels, right?
Right.
And a lot of them saying things kind of different, but saying the same things, right? But we're gonna look at this parable here about the kingdom of heaven and about the household and the vineyard. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on in it. I'm coming in loud and clear. Oh yeah, they see it.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm gonna do, let me take this down first. I want to take this background down. We already know about the FBI and all this other stuff. We good, we good to go on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Now I can put what I had up there. Let's get that back up there.
Okay.
Cause everybody's sensitive in word speech now. You know what I'm saying? Every time you say something,
Yes, sir.
I don't want them to say, that's a copyright.
Yep, copyright infringement.
Yeah. Matthew chapter 20, we're gonna read verses 1 through 2, and then we're gonna look at a definition. Okay. When you get it, go ahead.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard.
Man, look, now we're gonna look at this thing a little closer about the householder, and he had wanted to get some help,
right,
to work his vineyard, because you can't do this thing alone, right?
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
Verse 2.
Yes, sir.
And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day.
Now, they came into agreement, those he went out to seek.
That's right.
And they agreed, and what did he do?
He sent them into his vineyard.
Now, the laborers, right?
Right.
They agreed for this penny. Now, this penny is, let's look at this penny.
Mm-hmm.
And let's look at it back in the day. This is called a denarius, right? Containing 10. It says, this is just a Roman coin. I'm not going to read down into it, but it was seen that a denarius was then the ordinary pay for a day's wages. That's why this was mentioned in there.
Right.
It's a Roman little coin or whatever. Let's say we look at the little penny we have. It ain't worth nothing.
Right. You heard the term of honest day work for honest day pay.
That's it. So my thing is this. Even like when we go to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we agree, they say, okay, I'm gonna hire you for this job, right? So what does the job, what am I gonna do and what it's gonna pay? Most of the time when we accept the job, we accept the pay, right?
That's right.
And we might be in this thing for a hot minute.
You're right.
Somebody else might come behind us and say, hey, I've been here 15 years and I'm making the same as you making. But we're going to get into that.
Right.
Now, let's look at what he means into the vineyard. Let's look up this word vineyard. Matter of fact, I have a definition for vineyard. Let me go back. So they agreed to this pay, right, for a day's work. Now let's look at this vineyard. Vineyard is a plantation of grapevines, typically producing grapes used in winemaking, right?
Correct.
A sphere of action or labor in allusion to Matthew's 21. That's what we're reading about, right?
That's right.
For those of you still laboring in that academic vineyard, stay strong and watch your back. That's just something they got in there, right?
Yes. Sir.
Now, let's get into this. And it's just something that I just pulled up, but it has we could pull something out of this, and this is basically on point. It's in the parable of the wicked vine dresser. The vineyard is the kingdom of Elohim, and the vine dresser those tasked with attending to it. Yeshua prophesied that stewardship would be transferred because the original caretakers have proven themselves unfaithful. Now, the Gentile heathens use this to say that Messiah got rid of Israel and put Christians in there as their vine dresser, which is not so.
That's right.
Aha, we got it. We ain't gonna let them get away with that because they were saying that way. See, he got away, they done away with Israel, and they said, and they put now we got Christians, that's why you got Christianity running around here now, right? And that's something that you can't even read that in the book that when he was talking about getting rid of the original caretakers. Well, we're gonna look a little further than that. I just want us to look at this before when we get into the scripts. Then we have understanding when we get in there about when we read the script or read in the Testament where he said that I had to. Now there's gonna be in the scripture when I had to get rid of one and lend the vineyard over to somebody else. Don't look at that. Now let's go into hold this spot right here. Let's go to 2 Peter. Did we finish that?
Yeah,
2 hours?
1, 2.
Okay, y'all hold your spot here. Let's go to 1 Peter. No, excuse me, 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 3. And let me mark them off, because I will try to read them again. Keep me on task, my brother. All right. 2 Peter chapter 3. And we're going to pick it up at just one verse. Verse 8.
All right.
Now, he said that when he hired them for a penny for that day, right?
For that day, that's right.
Now, let's look at this day, and we're going to try to put something together because this is an ongoing process, right?
Right.
Let's look at the day. And this is for the newcomers because a lot of people don't understand spiritually because those eyes are covered. We're going to look at that as well, but go ahead and read.
Right.
I want to look at this day. He paid them a penny a day. Go ahead and read.
All right. 2 Peter 3 and verse 8.
But
beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Most High as 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And 1,000 years as one day.
Now that's a long time, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So when you hired them for a penny a day, let's get some understanding on that this is an ongoing thing. We still laboring for that same penny.
Come on now.
Let's go back to Matthew's chapter 20, and we're going to continue on at verse 3. When you get it, brother, go ahead and read.
All right, Matthew 20 and 3.
Yes, sir.
And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace.
Now, he already got this first group already that agreed to the penny, and they already in the vineyard. So he's going out continuing to build because he need more help.
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
And said unto them,
what did he say to them?
Go ye also into the vineyard. And whatsoever is right, I will give you. And they went their way.
Now, he said, whatsoever is right. Let's look up this word right. So you just can't go into the vineyard. He gave us some instruction. He said, whatsoever is right, I will give you. Who is this talking? Righteous, observing divine laws, Check this out. In a wise sense, upright, righteous, virtuous, keeping the commandments of Elohim.
Yes, sir.
It said, of those who sees to themselves to be righteous, who pride themselves to be righteous, who pride themselves in their virtue, whether real or imagined, innocent, faultless, guiltless, right?
Right.
So this is what is good. I'm not going to read the rest of it, but we get the point, right?
Right.
He said, whatsoever is right, I will give you, because Messiah ain't finna give you the thing wicked to go work his vineyard.
That's right.
Let's keep that in mind. And they went their way. Go ahead and read, brother.
All right. Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Again, he went out about the 6th and 9th hour.
Uh-huh.
And did likewise.
Oh, he's constantly recruiting. He's constantly gathering people to go work his vineyard.
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
And about the 11th hour, he went out
Mm-hmm.
and found others standing idle.
Yeah.
And said unto them, why stand ye here all the day idle?
Mm-hmm.
They say unto him, because no man have hired us. He said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard,
Mm-hmm.
and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive.
Hey man, is it not that every time, like we go out, we constantly out there working.
Mm-hmm.
We constantly out there working. Yeshua sitting on the right hand with the Father. They constantly working.
Yeah.
They getting us to go over here. Just like you got the bruise, they go in the corner.
Yeah.
You go talk to this person. You constantly trying to find people to come to work the vineyard. You constantly,
Yeah.
you constantly there's a lot of people out there so-called themselves working the vineyard.
That's right.
Don't you know the so-called folks on Sunday call themselves working the vineyard?
Mm-hmm.
The Jehovah's Witness call themselves working the vineyard.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of folk out there call themselves working the vineyard. An atheist is not going to get out there and work the vineyard. Someone who don't even believe Messiah came in the flesh ain't going to get out there and work the vineyard. But there's a lot of so-called religious people out there calling themselves working the vineyard, folks.
That's right.
Go ahead and read. What verse?
Verse 8 now.
Go ahead and read.
So when even was come, the Most High of the vineyard said, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first.
Now he went out and he went out early in the morning and got this first group.
Right. He
constantly was building on as through the day. He was constantly sending folks in the vineyard. So throughout from the morning all the way up into to the 9th hour, he had folks coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that 11th hour come, now it's time for them to get paid. Now hold this thought right here. We coming back. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 5. Let's find out who is this vineyard. Why is Messiah and the Father constantly? He talking about the kingdom of heaven, ain't he?
Right.
He just throwing his parable out there.
Come on now.
So you can see, man over there got a vineyard. He hiring people. So he got to do us like that.
That's right.
To get us on a spiritual level. Check this out. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 5. Isaiah chapter 5.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't just picking people from all over like they doing to this day.
That's right.
He ain't went to one people to go work his vineyard.
Come on now.
Parable of the vineyard. When you get it, we're going to read verses 1 through 5, and we're going to go to Job. We're going to put a marker. We're going to come back here. Go ahead and read.
Isaiah 5, verse 1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved, a song of my beloved, touching his vineyard. My well-beloved have a vineyard in a very fruitful hill.
Now, think about this. My well-beloved. Who is this well-beloved? That's the Messiah in it.
Yes,
he said, I got one in a very fruitful hill. It's supposed to be Jerusalem, man.
Come on.
Go ahead and read.
Verse 2.
And
he fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof and planted it with the choice vine and built a tower in the midst of it.
Now you got to do some work. If you never done any land prepping to plant a vineyard, you got to get in there. You go, like you said, you got stones, you got all kind of stuff in there. You got to go in there and get out.
Right.
You got to prep the ground first.
Right.
and it takes time. You got to go in there and till the ground. That's why he had Adam in there.
Come on
Adam
now.
had to go in there. He needs somebody to go in there and till the ground. In other words, you got to go in there and do some intense laboring just to get the foundation right in order for you to put something in it.
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
And also made a wine press therein.
Uh-huh.
And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes.
Now, he planted this vineyard, and he did all this stuff, and he even put the choice vine in there.
That's right. That's right.
And he thought that it was going to bring forth grapes, but it brought forth wild grapes. Let's look up this word, wild grapes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look up this word, wild grape. Stinking or worthless thing. Wild grape stink berries. Something that you can't use to make wine with.
Yeah.
You got to have a real sweet grape in order to make any type of wine.
Mm-hmm.
It could be too bitter. You got to, if it's not right.
Right.
So he said that instead of he looking for good grapes, it brought forth wild grapes. But go ahead and read.
Verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And now, inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard.
Now he's talking to them. He said, now, I'm thinking that I'm getting some good grapes in this vineyard, but it brought forth wild grapes, something that I can't even use.
That's right.
But he wants you to judge. He wants you to answer a question for him.
Yeah.
Between me and my vineyard. Go ahead and read.
In verse 4.
Now he's going to ask the question. Go ahead.
What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it?
Here's why he said, judge between me and my vineyard. What could I have done more in my vineyard? Counsel me then.
Yeah.
If I've done all of this for you and you're not satisfied, it's just like you in your household. Man, look, I done done all this stuff. I done bought home. I done paid all the bills. I did all this and the third. Y'all ain't got to worry about nothing. Y'all treat me like this. What could I have done more? You know.
Yeah.
That's what the Father sitting on the throne.
Yeah.
I done took care of y'all. I done did this, that, and the third. I done hit them Egyptians. I done knock down a nation for y'all.
Led you through
it, and I done ward off everybody. I even got them wicked Negroes right from y'all. Yeah. And then y'all still treat me like this.
Fed you, clothes you, and everything.
Everything. Y'all wasn't hurt for nothing. But go ahead and read. We got to make it sound kind of guilty. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he said make it sound kind of distant.
Yep.
He said, listen, what could I have done more in my vineyard that I have not done in it? Go ahead.
That's it.
And
now,
wherefore?
Okay, wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes.
Man, look, it's like me and my wife had talked earlier. You know, sometimes, man, you could be on point, you know, in your parenting,
right?
And you point out all the righteous things that we know to do in your children, and they turn around and just be opposite of what you taught them. And you've been sitting around, man, where did we go wrong? The Father, even Yeshua didn't go. They didn't, and nothing they did wrong.
That's right.
It's just that we corrupted ourselves.
Come on now.
How do we corrupt ourselves with all the nations around? So if the nations around about us, which he told us not to consent or conform to their ways,
right?
Why would he turn the vineyard over to them? That got us corrupt anyway, because that's the only way you get corrupt, by dealing with these other nations. They'll try to go ahead and use what we're going to read, like he got rid of Israel and turned it over to them. That don't make sense to me.
No, sir.
Go ahead and read, bro.
Verse 5.
Go ahead and read.
And now go to. I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the heads thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the walls thereof, and it shall be trodden down.
So I'm gonna stop taking care of you, Israel.
That's it. And open you up for the hit.
I'm not even gonna send no more good vine dressers to to come in there and try to straighten you up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the hedge away, the hedge thereof. In other words, you in some serious trouble.
Yes, sir.
Because if he take the hedges from around you, you in serious trouble. Hold this spot. Let's go to Job and let's look at it. Let's go to Job. Hold this spot. We coming back to Isaiah. A lot of folks wonder why Satan whipping that head. This what happened to you when I came in and walked, and I just don't know why I'm going through all of this and third, everything good, whatever. You got to consider your ways because this was happening.
Yes, sir.
We're going to read verse 1 and we're going to skip down to 6.
Okay. Job chapter 1 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared Elohim and eschewed evil.
Now, this guy was perfect and upright. Y'all can read the rest of it on your own. We're going to skip down to verse 6, but I just had to read that so you know that he was perfect and upright. And that's what type of person he was. And let's skip down.
All right, verse 6.
Because I'm not trying to prove, okay, well, Job must did something. No, he didn't. I'm just letting you know who requesting the hedges be taken down. But go ahead and read.
All right, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Now there was a day when the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before the Most High. And Satan came also among them.
Now these sons of Elohim ain't nothing but those angels that be coming to and fro, checking on you and writing stuff down and reporting at the end of the day. These the one that sit down and watch everything and listen and see recording, and they got to respond at the end of the day. And guess who else showed up? Satan the devil.
Yes, sir.
The accuser of the brethren.
Yes, sir.
So he shows up too. But listen to Elohim. He didn't address the sons to bring the report. Look who he addressed. Go ahead and read.
And the Most High said unto Satan,
what did he say to him?
Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Most High and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
He said, where you been, Satan? Because Satan, you're like, you got a troubled child. You be like, where you been? Because Joker been in something.
Yep.
God was gonna be on task. They ain't gonna fall, but this Joker right here. What you been up to? So they gotta keep an eye on him.
That's right.
I might be a port or something. He might try to slip through there, try to get back in. Go ahead and read it.
Verse 8. And the Most High said unto Satan, as I consider my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that fears Elohim and eschews evil.
Now we read, hey man, he loved the Most. I'm just paraphrasing.
Right.
That was his character.
Right.
So I'm gonna get you to see, can you break one of my servant Job? Satan. I'm gonna put say, well, what did Satan say to him?
Verse 9. And Satan answered the Most High and said, does Job fear Elohim for not? Has not thou made a hedge about him and about his house and about all that he have on every side?
He said, man, don't you not have protection on this man all around his house and everything that he owns?
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
Thou hast blessed thy work of his hand in his substance and increased in the land.
He said, man, and you even blessed his hand, so everything he do, you blessing him.
Yeah.
Why? Because he feared the Most High. He loved the Most High with all his heart, mind, and soul.
Yes,
that's the reason why. He is perfect and upright in heart. If you want some of these blessings, I think you better find out how Job did it. But go ahead and read.
Put forth thy hand now and touch all that he have, and he will curse thee to thy face.
Now he told him, look here, you take them hedges down, and then we get at the little substance he got. He gonna curse you to your face. This is the deal that Satan made with the Most High, right?
Yes, sir.
Now he got to come up with a plan how you gonna get him to curse him to his face.
Yeah.
But y'all read it. Y'all know the story. You can go read in the Testament of Job how Satan came and tried to get him, right? But the point I was reading, he said, I'm gonna take the hedge down. Let's go back and revisit that. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 5. I'm just letting you know when the hedge is around you, Satan can't do nothing to you.
That's right. The Most High got you.
But you better be perfect in heart. And also, it doesn't, like, even though you might be perfect in heart, he still might send Satan on you. What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Job went through some stuff, y'all. He did not even imagine one evil or even had not even a shadow of a doubt in his mind.
That's it.
So when Joker talking about when some type of adversity,
come on now,
or some type of temptation come in, then you talking about that's how you gave it up. Joe gonna be right there. I done went through all this right here. You ain't done nothing. You ain't been through nothing.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
You sure right. That's where you gotta stand.
Verse 6, what did it say?
All right. Verse 6. And I will lay at waste. It shall not be pruned nor dig, but there shall come up briars and thorns. I will also command the cloud that they rain no rain upon it.
You see what he said? When he take the hedges down, he said he's gonna be trodden down.
Yeah.
It's gonna be laid waste. It shall not be pruned nor dig. We talking about the vineyard. So in other words, this vineyard or these people gonna be in bad shape.
Showing up.
So when you look at if a vineyard that's been unkept, or you can look at, let's say, farmland and there ain't nothing been done to it in so long, it look desolate.
Yeah.
That's how the people of Israel look like. When you go into some of these places, man, these folks look towed down. I'm talking about they on their last leg, brothers and sisters. It's not pretty. But go ahead and read.
Verse 7. For the vineyard of the Most High of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah is pleasant plant. And he looked for the judgment, but behold oppression. For righteousness, but behold a cry.
Yeah.
Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth.
He said, man, that the vineyard is only but the whole house of Israel. And the men of Judah, his pleasant plant. So the vineyard is Israel, people.
That's it.
It's the nation. Go ahead and read.
Verse 9. And my ear said the Most High of hosts, of a truth, many houses shall be desolate.
Many houses shall be what?
Desolate.
Yeah.
Even great and fair, without inhabitation, without inhabitant.
That's right.
Yea, 10 acres of vineyard shall yield one barrel, and the seed of a homer shall yield an ephah. So
you're not even going to get a whole lot out of what you done sown there.
Sure ain't. You don't be getting pretty much
nothing.
Verse 11.
That's why when you look at the community now, I don't care how hard these jokers try to make something out of the so-called Negro community, it still ain't hitting on nothing. You got all these people, and some of these people make real good money or whatever. They try to pour back into the so-called Negro community, and it's still in a disarray.
You're sure right.
It's getting to the point, and I know wherever city you guys are in, it's getting to a point now, man. You know the prophet about, when you're going to desire to go to the city and you're not going to be able to. It's getting to that point, people.
Yeah.
But go ahead and read.
Verse 11.
Yes, sir.
Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink.
Yeah.
That continue until night, to wine and flame them. And the harp, and the viol, the tabret, and pipe, and wine are in their feast.
Yeah.
But they regard not the work of the Most High.
Yeah.
Neither consider the operation of his hand. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge.
Oh, that's the reason why we're in this captivity. And guess what? We're in double captivity because not only you in your enemy's land, but you in the captivity of your own mind.
Ooh, yes, sir.
It's just like a joker You in the enemy's land, you in captivity of your own mind, and you incarcerated in prison house. That's about 3 captivities there.
I'm telling you. That's bad, boy.
Because they have no knowledge. But no, I went to college. I got all these degrees. You have no knowledge.
That's it.
At the end of the day, you still in captivity of your mind.
Yeah.
You are held captive by Satan the devil because he got you in darkness. We're going to look at that. Go ahead and read.
And their honorable men are famished.
Yes, they are.
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
He said they honorable men are famished.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they supposed to have some knowledge.
Say that.
But go ahead and read.
14.
Now listen very closely, because
Yes,
Israel has no knowledge because they reject knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So what about hell?
Therefore, hell have enlarged herself.
Yeah.
And opened her mouth without measure. And their glory and their multitude and their pomp. And he that rejoices shall descend into it.
He said, man, listen, these folks have made a deal with hell. You know, our people, man, we go out there. I know sometimes y'all go out there quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Even if, you know, it don't have to be just going out there. I'm just saying, when you go out and talk to people, because I talk to folks while we at work, right? Some of y'all talk to people while y'all at work. Even when y'all see people out in the street, right?
Yeah. Every day.
Man, don't you know these people hate the Elohim so much? They rather go through what they going through than at least attempt to, man, I think I better look into this more.
Mm-hmm. Turn back to y'all. They don't want to do that.
We talk to the people, and when, you know, you be like, okay, I know y'all accepting little stuff we give y'all and everything, but when you going to start really in your mind say, you know what, I'm about tired of this.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't got to be the people out in the street. It could be folks you work with or whatever. You be like, how long you gonna continue to get whooped upside the head till you come to your senses and say, hey, I think I need to start listening a little bit. But he said, therefore, hell enlarged herself and her mouth open without measures. In other words, hey, man, it just getting open wide and wide, ain't it?
That's right. And that's just like when you were speaking of just people in general, people you run across, people you work with.
Yeah.
And they tell you a story about, man, I don't know why I keep going through this. I'm going through this and going through this. And you saying it's just like the meaning of insanity. You ain't changed nothing. You still doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome, but you still doing the same thing. You ain't turning to the Most High to try to seek His face about your situation.
Right, because I'm gonna tell you something. All scenarios sitting right here in this book.
Mm-hmm.
All pray He had mercy on all of us, and that's why we had to make a change. Some of us had to whoop upside the head, and you know, to get our attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though jokers getting whooped upside the head, they still haven't come to the knowledge like, you know what? This is the Lord's doing. I'm gonna use Lord, you know.
Right.
This is His doing. Maybe He's trying to get my attention on something.
That's right.
What verse we at, brother?
We're on verse 15.
Go ahead.
And the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled.
Yes, sir.
But the Most High of hosts shall be exalted in judgment.
Uh-huh.
And Elohim that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness.
That's right. Now, let's go into Mark. I just want to show y'all this vineyard is the whole house of Israel, even Judah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Mark and let's look at it some more. Mark chapter 12.
Mm-hmm.
Mark chapter 12, we're going to read verses 1 through 12. He did not send no other nation to his vineyard to work.
That's right.
If you're going to get somebody to work your vineyard, you're going to get the person. It's just like, why would you send another nation into your vineyard to work? It don't make sense to me. What can another nation tell a nation who was given all the oracles of Elohim, and he did not give them anything? What they are going to tell you, spiritually speaking now. And we talking about the oracles of Elohim. We ain't talking about the oracles of man, because he said foolishness unto him.
That's right.
So like we had the heathens come knocking on the door. They're going to do you know the Lord? Are you saved? And all that other stuff. I already knew where they was coming from. I just threw Christmas out there. And we just do it because we just want to honor him and all this. He ain't tell you to do that. Not even Jesus of the Bible. I'm just go there. You know what I'm saying? Jesus of the Bible ain't never told you to give him a birthday party on December 25th. Y'all know that. I'm just using that for an example. Right. These are the ones supposed to be the new vine dressers, and they come to you with that same foolishness. Come on now. That's why Israel, he said, I'm going to take the heads down. That's wild graping. If I were to go over there, I want to go over there with y'all. There's just so much love in the air over here, and I'm over here dragging my family. Now I'm wild graping again.
Yeah.
They got us in trouble in the first place. Then you got brothers like us, and like some of y'all on this chat, go out into the vineyard to talk to the people, and we get slapped around. We're going to see that. We're going to read some of that. There's nothing new under the sun, people.
Come on now. Come on.
Mark 12 and verse 1. What did it say?
All right. Mark 12 and verse 1. And he began to speak unto them by parable.
Who is this he? This is Yeshua, right?
That's correct.
Go ahead.
A certain man planted a vineyard and set an hedge about it. And digged a place for the wine vat. And built a tower and let it out to the husband, and went into a far country.
Now, Messiah dropping this parable out because he's speaking to a crowd, and he really checking some jokers. He is checking the husbandman that's supposed to be, you know what a husbandman is. Let's look at it. There's somebody supposed to be taking care of the vineyard.
Right.
The tiller of soil and a vine dresser. He said he built a tower. He had this vineyard. He placed for the wine fat. He built the tower and he lent it out to the husbandmen. These are the ones supposed to be out there taking care of Israel, basically. Right. I'm going to just go straight out and tell you. They supposed to be getting the people in order. And then he said, and he went into a far country. In other words, he lent it out and he went back to, back to his holy place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting up there in the holy place. I done set it up for y'all. I'm sitting in heaven, gave y'all the wine, I gave y'all the vineyard, and I lent it out to the builders who's supposed to be in there taking care of the people.
Yep.
But go ahead and read.
Verse 2. And at the season he sent to the husbandman a servant, that he might receive from the husbandman of the fruit of the vineyard. And they caught him and beat him and sent him away empty.
Oh, so he sent the servant. He said, and at the season he sent to the husbandman, the tiller of the ground, the one, the vine dresser, a servant, and what they do to him, that he might get some fruit from him.
Right.
He said they caught him and beat him and sent him away empty. This is somebody gonna come and correct him. Who gonna do the thing right? Let's look at it. Go ahead and read.
Verse 4.
Y'all gonna get it. Go ahead.
And again he sent unto them another servant.
He sent them another servant.
And at him they cast stones and wounded him in the head and sent him away shamefully handled.
You talking about the one that's supposed to be over the wine, over the vineyard, that's supposed to be taking care of the people. But he thought it was going to bring grapes, but it brought forth wild grapes. But then he sent this servant in there to see what's going on and what they do to him. Again and again. Go ahead and read.
Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
And again, he sent another.
He sent another one in there. What did they do to him?
And him they killed. And many others, beating some and killing some.
Man, he done sent the prophets. He done sent all his good prophets in there.
Everything. Yes, sir.
He done sent, we gonna deal with the so-called Old Testament. Hey, he done sent all them prophets.
Mm.
And what did they do to those prophets? Every time they killed them.
Yes, sir.
But these are the ones supposed to be out here getting the people together. They supposed to be dressing the vineyard.
Yeah, that's right.
How you dress the vineyard, you got to get the people in order.
Come on now.
The people are the vineyard. You supposed to be checking and getting the people in order.
Yes, sir.
But the vine dresser is so daggone wicked. Every time he sent his true servant, which are the prophets, we looking at this, we gonna find out they killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no other nation. Well, no Gentile heathen, one Esau, no none of that. It was Israel.
It was Israel. Mm.
But go ahead and read what verse?
Verse 6.
Yes, sir.
Having yet therefore one son, his well beloved, he sent him also, last unto them, saying, they will reverence my son.
Now he done sent the lamb. He done sent his well beloved. He said, I know they ain't gonna mess with him.
I know they're gonna respect him.
They gonna respect him.
Mm-hmm.
My only begotten son, the one that's gonna die for their sins, I hope that they return back. I know they're gonna listen to him.
Yes, sir.
And what they decide to do with him.
But those husbandmen said among themselves, this is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and the inheritance shall be ours.
Did you hear that?
Boy.
So what did they do to him?
And they took him and killed him and cast him out of the vineyard.
Oh, so they took him and killed him and got him away from Israel.
Uh-huh.
Because Yeshua came and he would change the game. He came to check the Pharisees, Sadducees. Now, them was supposed to be the wine dressers, and they were so wicked, he had to come and check them.
Yes, sir.
Every time he sent the servant, the father said, how are you going to send my son? And I know they're going to listen to him.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah. Mm.
Go ahead and read.
Verse 9.
Yes, sir.
What shall therefore the Most High, the Lord of the vineyard, do?
What are he going to do to him?
He will come and destroy the husbandman and will give the vineyard unto others.
See the heathen thinking that they're going to get rid of Israel and go to give it to us. No, he got rid of the Levite, the priesthood, and turned it over to Yeshua and gave it to his disciple, Peter now.
Mm-hmm.
Since the Levitical priesthood, all that stuff was still in play.
Mm-hmm.
Pharisees, Sadducees, all of them was part of the Levitical priesthood. They was wicked as hell. They wasn't taking care of the people.
That's right.
So what he had to do, he had to get rid of them. And he said, and give the vineyard to other people. And that's when they started the ministry. And after they sought to kill, and they did kill Yeshua because it was prophecy. That's the only reason why.
That's it.
For salvation purpose, and for the prophecy purpose only.
That's it. And
he said he gave the vineyard to others. He didn't say nothing about no other nation. So heathens, I want y'all to stop. He gave it to others. He gave it to the other tribes so they could get out there and work the vineyard, because wicked Israel, or we can say the Levites or the husbandmen, that weren't doing their job.
That's it.
That's why he said when he came, also the priesthood had to change.
That's right.
And he didn't mention nothing about no other priesthood. Levitical priesthood had to go, and he came out of Judah.
Yes, sir.
After the order of Melchizedek.
Come on now.
That's why they followed him around all the time, spying on him and all this, that, and the third, because he knew, well, you tell us plain, you the Christ. Yeah, you fired jokers. That we should have told him. But he played with them because, you know, just like you playing with a little old bird or whatever.
Right,
I
right.
can play with them like that.
Right.
You know, he the creator.
That's right.
He can play with them like that.
That's right.
He gave it to his disciples.
Come on.
That's why we are here today.
Yes, sir.
And guess what? We got to go out in the vineyard because you got these jokers like Al Sharpton and all these other jokers who's supposed to be the husbandmen and the wine dressers, but they out there deceiving the people. All of these pastors gonna be out here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All your Sunday and even some of your Sabbath pastors out there, we got to go out there and clean that stuff up. And guess what? They're gonna try to come after us just like this right here. That's the labor in the vineyard, people.
Right, right.
When you out here trying to do this thing right and get people back on track, hey man, it's not gonna be pretty. Go ahead and read what verse?
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
And have you not read this scripture?
What is scripture?
The stone which the builders rejected has become the head of the corner.
Yes, sir.
This was the Most High doing.
Now when you go over there and read, now what verse? Let me see this.
Verse 11.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
When you go over there and read over there, I can't even think of the script right off the bat. Y'all put it in the chat. He said that the stone which the builder, who are the builders? These supposed to be preachers.
Right.
The preachers rejected. Just like the Pharisees and all of them, they rejected Hamashiach.
Mm-hmm.
Became the head of the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And they just don't know. Go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 11. This was the Lord's doing.
This was the who doing?
And it is the Lord's doing.
Yes, sir.
And it is marvelous in our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12.
Yes, sir.
And they sought to lay hold on him.
Now hold on a minute. Where are we?
We're on verse 12.
Okay, go ahead. And then see, after he said, he said, man, this is the Most High's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was marvelous in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Said, and it is marvelous in their eyes. Go ahead and read.
And they sought to lay hold on him.
Why?
But feared the people, for they knew that he had spoken the parable against them.
Yeah.
And they left him and went their way.
That's why they would want to lay hands on him, because he knew that, man, I'm going to take the husband, I'm going to destroy the husband, man, and I'm going to give it to somebody else, to others.
They knew he was speaking to them.
He was talking to them, the Pharisees, Sadducees, all the other jokers that were following around all the time. He knew that they was done. They knew that they was done.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to go back. We did a lesson on it where the Pharisees, they had the most influence over all the people around about.
Yes, sir.
So when Messiah came, it came with some truth, its spirit in the truth, changed the whole thing. He said, man, these jokers ain't healed nobody, because you know they ain't dealt with nobody who had diseases and anything. And number two, they couldn't heal nobody anyway.
Yeah.
So Messiah had to come and take it the vineyard away from them jokers and give it to the ones who gonna really get out here and do the work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he's doing. You seeing a big rise of Israelites, Hebrews, getting out here on these streets because he took it away from the vine dressers, aka Sunday black. I'm gonna use like that. I would talk, you know, Negro want to call us black Hebrews like that. Black Sunday Christian pastors. How about that? He taken away from black Sunday sun worshiping pastors and putting Hebrew Israelites back on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Because they ain't doing the job. Never have done the job.
Mm.
And we ain't just popped up. He been had Hebrew Israelites doing the work way back in the day. Before we were born.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, you got camps think that they got, you know, this thing just dropped in their lap couple, you know, 30 or 40 years ago.
Mm. He had to have a remnant to pass it down.
He had to have a remnant to pass it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it got to us. So let's go into let's go back to Matthew chapter 20. Let's go back to Matthew chapter 20. And we're going to pick it up at verse. We're going to read that 8 and read on in. Go ahead and read.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Matthew 20 and verse 8.
Yeah.
So when even was come,
Uh-huh.
the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward,
Mm-hmm.
call the laborers and give them their hire,
Mm-hmm.
beginning from the last unto the first.
Yes, sir.
And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny.
Mm-hmm.
But when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more.
Mm-hmm.
And they likewise received every man a penny.
Now, just like in this walk. Yeah, you might have gotten out there in the vineyard 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago, but you agreed to the penny. We know what the penny is, basically is eternal life, right?
Right.
So if I came in here on the back end, go ahead and read. I'm just
Okay.
go ahead and read. I don't want to overtalk. Go ahead and read.
Verse 11.
Uh-huh.
And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house,
Uh-huh.
saying, these lads have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have bore the burden and heat of the day.
Man, look. Getting back to the agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all agreed on, when you send them out in the vineyard, it don't matter when you come into this thing, you go to work.
That's right.
Then you got the ones just came barely in on the back end and got the little work in. Didn't work long, but they received the same reward, right?
Right.
Now the joke was murmuring against it. And you know what he said about that murmur.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing you do not want to do. He said and when they received it, they murmured against the good man of the house.
Mm.
They thought they supposed to get a little bit more because they was out there. You know what I'm saying? In other words, because he gave you a job to do a long time ago, and somebody come in on the back end, don't be sitting up there with your lip poked out. You continue to work.
That's right.
Because we got to keep in mind, we ain't doing this for man, we doing this for the Most High.
That's right.
He said he murmured against the good man of the house.
That's right.
So like you got joke want to brag about, now I've been in this thing over such and such year, and he joke barely in here, and they think they know more than me. That doesn't sound like some murmuring to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, thou had made them equal unto us, which had borne the burden and the heat of the day. Well, go ahead and read.
But he answered one of them and said, friend, I do thee no wrong.
Hey, man, listen. He said, hey, friend. Last time I read, he called another joker friend. He came to the wedding with the wrong garment on. Remember reading that?
Mm-hmm.
Did he not call that guy friend? He said, friend, what you doing up in here? You got the wrong attire on, friend.
Mm-hmm.
He called him friend. And what did he say to him? He said, I didn't do thee no wrong.
That's right. Does not thou agree with me for a penny?
He said, man, did we not touched and agreed on that?
Yep.
Now you wanna change the arrangements,
right?
The contract,
right?
On the back end, man, who does that? A whole lot of jokers. You know you agreed on certain things, even in your marriage, you touched agreed on stuff, and then joker be want to change the contract.
Yes, sir.
But what did he say to him?
Take that thine ears and go that way.
He said, man, take this right here and go on about your business.
I will give unto the last, even as unto thee.
Man, see that this the man of the household. He said, man, look, you listen, you take this and go about your way. I'm gonna give the same one that came in last is what I'm giving you. Bye. Go ahead and read.
Verse 15. Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own? Is not I evil because I am good?
Woo.
So the last shall be first and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen.
Hey, man, listen. He got a lot of folks out here working at Vineyard.
Yep.
You got to get in your mind who you doing it for. To be seen the men, or you doing it for the Father? Even
Come on
Yeshua?
now.
What are your motive to get out here and work the vineyard? Pharisees and Sadducees, they got out there. Their motivation would be get accolades from men.
Yeah.
They was out there first. The Levites? Were they doing the work first?
Yeah.
Then came the disciples on the back end. The Levites had this thing for a long time before disciples came. Yeshua had to come and take that vineyard from them.
Yeah.
Because they weren't doing their work. That's even in this ministry. Not the Order of Melchizedek. We part of Yeshua ministry. We just call ourselves the Order of Melchizedek Memphis, Tupelo, and other places. But we part of Yeshua's ministry. All the other camps around about doing the work is part of Yeshua's ministry.
That's right.
The same one that Yeshua gave to Peter, and he gave him the keys and it passed on down. That ministry there. That camp.
Still going forward.
Still going strong. All the ones who got their own, you got people not even part, they got their whole families doing ministry work. They still part of that ministry there that Yeshua put on there. The one he took from the vine dresser and gave it to the others. That ministry. He said, many be called. Yep. They was called to do the service of the Most High, but he chosen them 12 to get the vineyard to. He done called many of us out here in this work, but he just chose a few other people to continue to work.
That's right.
You see people come and go in this thing. To get out there and call themselves working and doing videos and all this, that, and third. But at the end of the day, you can go about your business. Take your little penny and go about your business. You don't see them no more. That's what he told them jokers who was out there when he first got them in the morning.
Yeah.
Man, go and take your penny. You evil, your eye evil towards me. And I ain't did you no wrong. I ain't done nothing to you. Just like I ain't done nothing to the vineyard. Is this making sense, y'all? He said, many be called, but few chose. You got all these camps, got these big old, you got Joker marching all down all these cities, even Jamaica and all these other places, a whole bunch of Joker. Many are called. But how many of them he gonna use or chosen? I got the biggest Israelite camp in the world. Many are called, but how many is the Most High really dealing with in that camp? He told Gibeon, hey man, you got too many people in your arm. You need to kind of cut that bad boy down. I don't need that many people. Besides went around, he started out with the 12 and he had 7 other one came. And then, of course, they added on as it went. But he dealt with the 12. He dealt with them 70. They stopped walking. A lot of them didn't walk no more with him after he told him, gave him that parable. And he told him he was the bread of life. So,
yes, sir.
Many are called, but a few are chosen.
That's right.
Now, let's get into Yeshua talking about his death, resurrection, foretold. I'm on track, my brother.
Yeah, you're on track. Verse 17.
All right, go verse 17. Let's get into that.
All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
And Yeshua going up to Jerusalem, took the 12 disciples apart in the way and said unto them. Now
remember, they sought to lay hands on them now after he found out, hey, when he hit them with that parable about the vineyard. Yeah. He said they want to lay hands on them now.
Yeah.
And they gonna lay hands on them. But go ahead, that's what we're getting into. Go ahead and read. Because he just finished checking them jokers. Now he going to Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 18. Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man shall be betrayed unto the chief priests and unto the scribes, and they shall condemn him to death.
These are the ones that I'm taking the vineyard from. Them right there, the vine dressers, they fired. But I got to go so, they can do what they going to do. Go ahead and read.
19.
Uh-huh.
And shall deliver him to the Gentiles to mark.
The Gentiles with an S, to the nation.
Yeah. To mark and to scourge and to crucify him.
Mm-hmm.
And the third day he shall rise again.
He was just briefing them on what's going to go down when I go to Jerusalem.
Yeah.
He letting them know. That's what's going to go down when I go there, y'all. But go ahead. Now, we'll just get into this ask. Mama, Zebedee mama, and then won't, the boys get a promotion. I want my baby elevated.
Yeah.
But go ahead and read.
Some special privileges.
She wants some special privilege for her boys, I think that's probably, Sarah, that's my big sister. We love our boys. Mama, hey, these women love these boys now.
Yes, verse 20.
Watch yourself, Brother Charles. Go ahead.
Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her son, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him.
Yeah.
And he said unto her, what wilt thou? She said unto him, grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on the right hand and the other on the left, in thy kingdom. But Yeshua answered and said, you know not what you ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They say unto him, we are able.
Oh, so they probably, you know what? We just go up there and ask him right quick. Y'all know what to say to him, don't you? He asked him that you are able to do this thing, but go ahead and read. Yeshua gonna tell him something. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup.
Yes, sir.
Be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father.
He said, you most definitely gonna be baptized and drink of that cup. Because Yeshua knew once they went in on him, soon as that, they're talking about doing the feast now.
Right.
They was going after them. When Messiah was crucified on the feast of unleavened bread, they were looking for the disciples.
Yeah.
They next. But go ahead and read.
Verse 24.
Yes, sir.
And when the 10 heard it, they were moved with indignation against the two brothers.
Oh, he kind of got his brethren a little hot on the collar there.
Yes.
Man, who these jokers right here? You know what I'm saying? They was already on that folly, man. Who gonna be the greatest in the kingdom?
Yeah.
Who the best disciple?
Yeah.
They be on that stuff, man. Jokers still be on that folly too. Man, who the best teacher? Corner as hell. Now these jokers sitting over there, they want to be the top. You know what I'm saying?
The muggly mug.
But Messiah finna break something down to him.
Yes, sir.
Says, y'all got this request. I got something to throw at you.
Mm-hmm.
And I want my brethren, or the elders, and everybody else in these camps, whatever. Y'all listen up. See, we overlook this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You ready? Messiah finna break something down to him. Go ahead and read.
Verse 25.
Yes, sir.
But Yeshua called them unto him and said, you know that the prince of the Gentiles exercises dominion over them, and they that are great exercise authority upon them.
So he letting them know this is their governing operation.
Yeah.
They rule over their people.
That's right. They're rulers. Yeah.
They exercise authority over their people. That's how the Gentiles nation do.
Yeah, got complete control.
They got complete control. It's my way or the highway.
That's it.
You see it as we speak. It even set up in your governments, on your jobs, and everywhere else. Yeah. I'm the boss. Y'all the slaves. Y'all do what I say. Y'all go to work. I'm going to sit at this desk. Go to work. Don't come back until your work is done. And I'm going to send a taskmaster to watch you.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And I'm going to sit right here at my desk, and I'm going to assign you work. And you better get it done. You know that's going on some of these camps, don't you? Y'all know that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
because they learned that type of government from these heathens. That's how they operate. That's basically what he's saying. Y'all want to sit on the thrones, and he breaking this down to them. We ain't down like that, but go ahead and read.
Verse 26. But it shall not be so among you.
Yeah.
But whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister.
If you want to be great, you two want to sit at the right hand on the left, this is what you need to do right here. It says, let him be your minister, right?
Right.
So what is a minister? One who execute the commands of others, expression of a master, servant, attendant, or minister, right?
Right.
The servant of a king. This servitude.
Come on now.
A deacon, one who by virtue of the office assigned to him by the church, cares for the poor and has charge of and distributes the money collected. You doing some work. You servitude work. Now you know what a waiter does. They wait on y'all all the time, right?
Come on now.
He said he letting them know if y'all want to be great among, hey, be the minister.
Come on now.
And he got another one too. If you want to elevate higher than that, go ahead and read.
Verse 27.
Yes, sir.
And whoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant.
He said, man, and now if you want to be chief, go in servitude.
Yep.
Let him be your servant. He finna break it down.
Like a slave.
Yeah. But go ahead.
Verse 28.
Yeah.
Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister and to give his life as a ransom for money. For many, I'm sorry.
He said, man, look, I didn't come for y'all to serve me. I came to serve. This is where I get mine. This is what I do, whether in the ministry or even when I'm at work.
That's right.
I consider myself on the front line here in the ministry and on the other side. I'm here to work.
That's it.
I don't need no title. I don't need no more. I don't need none of that foolishness. I'm just your brother.
Just your brother.
Friendly neighborhood brother. I'm just a friendly neighborhood Hebrew.
Come on now.
Who trying to get it right, y'all. That's it.
Trying to do what's right.
I'm trying to do what's right. And I'm learning.
Yeah.
Now, he said, not only I came to minister, to be in servitude, and he also came to give his life for a ransom for everybody.
Yeah, for many. Yeah.
For many, not everybody.
For many.
I ain't come for everybody. He said, I gave my life for a ransom for many. Oh, let's start. Let's go to John chapter 11. Well, what about John 3:16? I can just hear that woman now. She want me to John.
Many.
He said he came for many.
He said everybody.
Everybody. John 11, and we're going to pick this up at verse 45. Messiah came to show us how to do this thing, brethren.
That's right.
Men of Israel. We are fellow servants. We supposed to take care of one another, man, not rule over each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, Messiah said he came to give his life a ransom for many. Let's read on that. When you get to go here.
All right, John 11 and verse 45.
Yeah.
Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yeshua did, believed on him.
Now, this is after Yeshua was crucified, buried, now he resurrected, okay? And Mary went there to the sepulchre, right?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yeshua had done.
Well, see, like I said, the Pharisee had influence over a lot of those folk. And every time something going, well, these were some of the spies too, because they always kept an eye on.
Yes, sir.
All the time.
Yes, sir.
And every time they see something, they want to run back and say something. But go ahead.
Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees and council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles.
let me go back. I think I jumped ahead on something.
Okay.
This leading up to Yeshua being crucified, okay? I'm gonna make sure I'm saying that right because I don't want to mislead nobody.
Right.
You know, I get to flapping my jaws, and I sure didn't have it on here on my script. This is before. Mm-hmm. And this right here, John 11.
This is right.
Yeah.
Raised Lazarus.
Yep. And when he was dealing with Lazarus, that's exactly right. But I would stay correct on that, family. We go ahead and read.
Mm-hmm. All right, verse 48.
Yeah.
If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
Oh, that's the reason why them jugglers on the scale. Yeah, he gonna take away your place in nation because guess what? He came to take away the vineyard from y'all. So y'all won't have control over the people anymore. Yes, see, I keep telling y'all, hey, they done learn from the Roman. He said these Gentiles, what they do, they excited thought over the people.
Yeah.
And they got that same mindset in the so-called church today. Even they had it back then. They went from Levitical priesthood to a corrupt priesthood, vine dresser, and they were just doing the people any kind of way.
Yes, sir.
Well, if you weren't in the clique or in, you just out. And this is what they feared. The Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
Yes, sir.
Because we can't control these people. We ain't got control over the people no more. And Rome wanted them to have control of people. They didn't want to deal with these people.
Yeah.
Y'all deal with your own people.
They gonna take you out.
That's why they got all of these Sunday preachers and all these other folks in place to keep the folks in check. All these violence going on out here, ain't nothing they can do. And the preachers really get less of a damn. Ain't no different than right here.
Mm-hmm. Sure, right.
Only time they'll rally together if they can find a criminal or something, and they, well, you think he can come and talk to him, and they want to come and bring the preacher, the dog on the loose.
Yeah.
One of their members' son and done something stupid, he on the loose, bring him here, and then next the police, ting ting. Y'all dealing with some dirty van dressers out there. Y'all some dirty husbandmen out there. And go ahead and read.
Verse 49.
Yeah.
And one of them named
Caiaphas. Now, this is dirty joker right here. There's a whole lot of Caiaphas out there.
Yeah.
Being what?
Being the high priest that same year said unto them, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not.
Yeah.
And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yeshua should die for that nation.
So at least he had sense enough to know that.
Yeah, he did. He know who it was.
He knew it was. Being a high priest, go ahead and read.
Verse 52.
And
not for that nation only.
Not for that nation only. Listen, we're going to read this slow. I'm going to go back. He said that he prophesied that Yeshua should die for that nation. Now, the way he say all nations.
He said that whole nation perish not.
Yeshua didn't come and die for everybody. He came and died for the nation.
Yep.
That nation.
For the people.
What nation? Because at that time, there was the house of Judah.
That's right.
They didn't deal with the house of Israel. And we can show you that. They did not deal with them. That's why he sent Paul up there to talk to those people. Because guess what? They was out from they was scattered abroad. But go ahead and read. He was scattered abroad. That's right. He sent Paul up there. They didn't deal with them folks. They just dealt with the folks down in the region.
Yes, sir. Verse 51.
Go ahead.
And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yeshua should die for that nation.
Yeah.
And not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of Elohim that was scattered abroad.
And the ones that was in the diaspora. That's who came to die for people. So there your John 3:16, Agnes. He said he came not only to minister not to be ministered, but to minister, and gave his life a ransom for many. This is your many right here.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and read, brother.
Then from that day forth,
Yeah.
they took counsel together for to put him to death.
Now, let's go to Isaiah chapter 49. Hold this spot. We're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Israel, oh Israel. Look at the vine dresser. This the vine dresser now. He said he had to destroy. Now y'all see why they want to kill him.
Yes,
It's just like, I'm gonna put it this way. It's just like a joke on your job. You know he a dirty, low down, no good for nothing. And here you come in there, when you know have some type of intelligence, and you know you are in there playing the funniest, and folks looking at you, and that joker might be threatened. Oh, that dude try to take my job. They're gonna try to seek to do something to you, partner.
Mm-hmm.
And they know their job is on the line. Then here you come out of nowhere. And you wondering yourself, how in the world I get here?
Yeah.
I ain't want to do all this, but they putting you in that spot.
Yeah.
So you got a joker that ain't doing what they supposed to be doing.
That's right.
It works on your job, people.
Mm-hmm.
Go to work and slack in your act. And you guess what? Somebody else be over there and I need you to work with them and such, you know, and they showing other folks, showing them how to do some of the stuff that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Your antennas ought to raise up.
Something going on.
Something's going on around here. Isaiah 49, 1 through 6. What did it say?
Listen, O owls, unto me, and hearken, you people, from far. The Most High have called me from the womb. From the bowels of my mother have he made mention of my name.
Yes, sir.
And he have made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand have he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver have he hid me.
Yes, sir.
And said unto me, thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified.
Yes, sir.
That I said, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for naught. And in vain, yet surely my judgment is with thee, the Most High, in my work with my Elohim.
Now, this is out of the mouth of Isaiah, right?
Yes, sir.
And Isaiah saying, you know, he don't want, you know, have labored in vain. I spent my strength for nothing.
Right.
He just pouring out his little feelings, right? Go ahead and read.
Verse 5. And now said the Most High, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Through Israel, be not gathered. Yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Most High, and my Elohim shall be my strength.
Now he said, listen. He said, the Most High had formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him.
That's right.
Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorified in the eyes of the Most High, right? He said, now my job is to bring Jacob back to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though somebody else gonna deal with Israel. This is the ones that's in the diaspora, right?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read. What verse?
6.
Go ahead.
And he said, it is the light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to rise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserve of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that they may be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
Man, listen, not only that, even the other nations gonna see my glory through you.
Yep.
They can't get to me unless they come through you. Did he not say the salvation is of the Jews? And I'm gonna be a light. He said not only just to Jacob and to restore the preserve of Israel, also I'll be a light to these nations. Where's Israel scattered to all these nations? Why you think
Yep.
a lot of these nations now all of a sudden, boom, I think I'm about to listen to these dark-skinned people.
Yep.
They saying something. You
Yes,
look
sir.
on YouTube, a lot of them, even a lot of these so-called Gentile heathen women, that they got their eye on these brothers. They got their antennas going up, say, hey, we've been lied to.
Mm-hmm.
The other nations waking up too.
Yes, sir.
Hell, a lot of them waiting on us to get ourselves together.
Yep.
A lot of these people, look at a lot of these Gentile heathens and some of these nations. I'm talking about the ones that the Most High gonna bring home. When we go back, and he gonna bring with them
The grafted in.
the ones that's gonna go back. Because a lot of them gonna be knocked out with Israel.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones that gonna receive salvation and be in servitude. Them the one I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
These are the ones that waking up people. Like the John Browns, a lot of other people that's mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I think even Darius, which one? Darius or one of them, the one that Daniel was dealing with. I think he gonna end up in there because he said, look here, they was gonna knock him off. Over there, when you go in there, read the Bell and the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Man, them folks gonna knock out, I think that was Darius. They said, man, this man become a Jew. They was gonna kill that man because he believed what Daniel was telling him.
Yep.
He told Daniel, go in and destroy that idol. and don't nobody mess with him.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't knock off no other nation. You hear that? No, that's not even biblical.
Yep.
Go ahead and finish that out, Hebrew. Did we finish that?
Yeah, we finished.
Okay. Now let's go into
Ephesians.
let's go to Ephesians. Let's go to Ephesians, y'all. Chapter 2. We almost done. Y'all hang with us. They don't want to. I'm gonna have to do something different. Ephesians chapter 2. We're gonna pick it up at verse 11 through 14. When you get it, go ahead.
All right. Ephesians 2 and verse 11.
Yeah.
Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh,
Yeah.
who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hand.
Now let's go to what's good. Now, do you think he talking about the other nations, or he think you talking about the mindset of the Israelites
Right.
that was in Ephesus that the church was set up?
That's right.
I wouldn't doubt not one bit there was other nations said because they always been around Israel.
Mm-hmm.
But he talking to Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
He said, remember in times past, you was a Gentile in the flesh, your mind, who was called uncircumcised, by which is called circumcision, because the Pharisees and all them, they was calling the ones in diaspora uncircumcised. Why was they uncircumcised? Going back to the Greek.
Mm.
When you go read that Maccabees, when you go there read that first Maccabees in there, and he said these folk made themselves uncircumcised because they learned the custom of the heathens.
Come on now.
They gave up their religion and consent to their religion, made themselves uncircumcised, wouldn't even physically circumcise their own children.
Mm.
They was uncircumcised in the flesh and heart.
Yep.
Go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 12.
Yes, sir.
That at that time you were without Elohim. You was out without Christ. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without Elohim in the world.
Now you go read that Hosea chapter 1 and 2. That'll clearly clear that up right there. Even that First Peter, it tells you verbatim that these folks was alienated from Yeshua, even the Father,
Mm-hmm.
and was strangers from the covenant of promise.
That's right.
Because when he divorced Ephraim, he set them on out. The Assyrians took them out and they was gone.
Yes, sir.
Until Yeshua came to bring them back. That's why he had to send Paul and Peter. Both of them went to them. Peter went first in there and Paul co-signed on. Peter, he was there on some of them, but Paul went in there because he spoke the language to all them folks. But go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 13.
Yes, sir.
But now in Yeshua HaMashiach, ye who sometimes were far off are made nigh by the blood of Yeshua.
Since you were so far off, it meaning that you was cast away. Now you've been made back to him. You can come back, right?
That's right.
By the blood of Mashiach.
Yeah.
And
for he is our peace.
Yeah.
Who have made both one.
But he made us both one. And
have broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
And he broke that middle wall so we no more divided.
That's right.
We are one nation. 12 tribe, one nation again.
That's right.
That's plain and simple, ain't it, people?
Yes, sir. Down that wall.
Because if he would have left it up to the vine dresser, the other nation would have never came back. So I had to come back and take the priesthood. They cut themselves out. Remember, the Pharisees, Sadducees, they had a different mindset. They ain't deal with nobody who wasn't in their clique. Wicked vine dressers.
Showed it.
They weren't gonna. Ain't no way in the world they would have. If he would have left it like that, ain't no way in the world the other nation, the so-called lost tribe of Israel, the 10 tribe, would never came back. He had to come back and put that together. Now let's go to let's go back to Matthew's, and we got 3 more after this. Let's go back to Matthew's. Read this thing on out. Matthew's 20. So when somebody try to come and debate you on certain things, that's why we're going through these epistles. Now we're in these gospels, so we can get some clear understanding. So when they come in there trying to give you that heathen doctrine, you can run them straight. No, don't do that. I say I'm not gonna do that. It's a teaching moment. If you don't, we can't go there for the check your rear end regions. No, don't do that. Hey, it's every moment is a teaching moment. Just like I was patient with them heathen. I threw them a little something out there. Whether they hear or whether they forbear, I told them, check this out. It's always a teaching moment. But please be advised, if you a newcomer, I'm going to say this over and over and over. Learn first before you call yourself going to tell somebody or teach somebody. Don't do that. If you not learn in whatever subject you talking, you're going to be all over the place and you're going to make a monkey at yourself. And they're going to say, this person don't know what they talking about. What church you go to? You know what I'm saying? So don't do that.
Don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it to yourself. Chapter 20, we're going to pick this up at 19. We're going to read verse 19 through 33. We're going to go to Genesis. When you get it, go ahead.
We back in Matthew.
We back in Matthew.
Chapter 20. Yeah. 29.
Verse 29. Okay, 29. I'm sorry. Matthew 20, 29. So I'm like, we about to read that from it to us again. We don't want to read that again. Go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 29.
Yeah.
And as they departed from Jericho,
a
great multitude followed him. And behold, 2 blind men sitting by the wayside. When they heard that Yeshua passed by, cried out, saying, have mercy on us, O Lord.
Now, y'all think they blind man, I can't see. Y'all thinking that them 2 blind men is blind like that? No. We'll show you. Go ahead and read.
Thou son of David. And the multitude rebuked them, because they should not hold their peace. But they cried the more, saying, have mercy on us, O Lord, thou son of David.
Yeah.
And Yeshua stood still and called them and said, what will ye that I shall do unto you? They said unto him, Lord, that our eyes may be open.
He said, man, listen. He said, have mercy on us. they kept asking him, man, show us the way. That's what they want to see.
Yeah.
He said, man, look, they request was that our eyes may be open. Your eyes can be open, but your mind is in darkness. You can't see.
Come on now.
It's like you telling people over and over and read it verbatim over, they still can't see what you're talking about. Let's look at this see thing. Let's go to Genesis chapter 3. Coming right back. Genesis chapter 3. See, they, the heathen, they got that little, they do the little Bible story, and he got the guys who I can't see, he did that. Now that was a true deal because he was blind from birth. Mm-hmm. This is a different blindness right here.
Right.
When Messiah did put the spittle and made the stuff and put it on his eyes and told him to go in there, told the young child he said he was been blind from birth. Mm-hmm. And the disciple asked him, said, hey, who's seeing, him or his parents?
Yeah.
He said neither one. He was blind for the glory of the Father, so you can see the work.
That's it.
Some people are in a condition where the Messiah could go heal them, and you be like, man, that got to be God.
That's it.
There ain't nobody but God doing that.
Yes, sir.
This person was born this way, and look at it. It's all for the glory of him. That's the reason why that person was blind, and we did that deal. He said, now you go in there, and I think it's Sion or whatever it was, and wash yourself, and then we'll heal.
Yeah.
Now, that was blind from birth. That's blind. This is this spiritual blind right here. These guys are asking for it. Go ahead and read. Now, who?
Genesis 3.
Yeah, we're going to read verses 1 through 7. This is the fall of man. Go ahead and read.
All right, Genesis 3 and verse 1.
Yeah.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Elohim, which the Most High Elohim had made.
Yeah.
And he said unto the woman, yea, have Elohim said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for Elohim does know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
He said, then your eyes will be open. You're going to start seeing better. You're going to start seeing some things. Your understanding going to be open, and then you're going to be knowing certain things. Mm-hmm. That's opening up. And then that's what those guys request. He said, man, show us that our eyes might be open. Mm-hmm. Show us what your disciples see, because they couldn't see what they see. They want to see. They wanted to believe. They want him to open their understanding. Basically.
That's it.
We're going to read on that. Go ahead and read.
Yep. Verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
This fruit ain't nothing but information, people. This ain't no literal fruit. Because we could go read, I think in one of the prop was saying that you have eaten the fruit of life. I think that's Amos. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, brother. But he said, look, you have eaten the fruit of lies. It wasn't no daggum apple. Mm-hmm. Like on the back of this daggum computer. Come on, y'all. Go ahead and read. See, when your eyes are open, you understand that.
Right.
You know there wasn't no apple.
Right.
They can't see it because their eyes are closed. Mm-hmm. Spiritually speaking. Go ahead and read.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
And the eyes of them both were open.
Yeah.
And they knew that they were naked.
Uh-huh.
And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons.
See, you can have eye. That's the spiritual eye he talking about. And it's open. Right. Let's go to Luke. And we got one more after this, y'all. Let's go to Luke chapter 24. Let's look at it some more. Luke chapter 24. See, Satan got a lot of joker eyes blind, and a lot of folks got themselves blind because they refuse to believe that they refuse to come to the knowledge of the truth.
That's right.
Every time we try to bring truth, we try to open our eyes, spiritually speaking, people. But when they reject it, guess what? Their eyes stay closed.
Come on now.
They would never, ever get it. That's how this thing works. Sure ain't finna come down off his throne to come in there and play with your eyes. Nope. You try to open them right now through the word. His words are spirit and they are life. We try to open your mind through Yeshua. Try to open your mind by us reading this book to you. But when you reject truth, the knowledge of the truth, you will continue to be in darkness, which is being spiritually blind, folks. That's right. When you get there in Hebrew, go ahead.
Okay. Luke chapter 24 and verse 1. Now, upon the first day of the week, very early in the morning, they came unto the supper, bringing the spices which they had prepared, and certain others with them.
Now we on to when Messiah was buried. You know, he was crucified, buried, and he up and going. Go ahead and read.
And they found the stones rolled away from the sepulchre. And they entered in and found not the body of the Most High Yeshua. And it came to pass, as they were much perplexed thereabout, behold, 2 men stood by them in shining garments. And as they were afraid and bowed down their faces to the earth, they said unto them, why seek ye the living among the dead? He is not here, but is risen. Remember how he spoke unto you when he was yet in Galilee? Saying, the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men and be crucified, and the third day rise again.
That's what he was telling them. He said, man, when he checked them about that parable, they went into Jerusalem, and he had to tell them about his death, right? And the resurrection. He had to hit him with that. He said, man, I'm going to be, turned over to these chief priests. That's basically what he said. Go ahead and read.
Verse 8. And they remembered his words and returned from the sepulchre and told all these things unto the 11 and to all the rest. It was Mary Magdalene and Joanna and Mary, the mother of James, and the other women that were with them, which told these things unto the apostles. And their words seemed to them as idle tales, and they believed them not.
He said, man, these women ain't no more running. They stopping their job. Why they always coming up with
these fairy tales?
But they speaking some truth, ain't it? But go ahead and read. See, that's another thing, man. Sometimes we'll be telling us stuff, man. You be like, here you go. Go ahead and tell what you got to say. But go ahead.
Verse 12. Then rose Peter and ran unto the sepulchre, and stooping down, he beheld a linen cloth laid by themselves, and departed, wondering in himself at that which was come to pass. And beheld, 2 of them went that same day to the village called Emmaus, which was from Jerusalem about 60 furlongs. And they talked together of all these things which had happened. And it came to pass that while they communed together and reasoned, Yeshua himself drew near and went with them. But their eyes were holden that they should not know him.
Now, you've been hanging around this man, and now you don't know him. You ain't. Now, you've been, look, it's been 3 days. I know you ain't forgot what I look like, man. It's been 3 days ago. Look, I know you know what I look like. I can understand if it's been 3,000 years, folks change and all that. I ain't changed that much in 3 days, y'all. But he said their eyes were holding that they should not know him. Check this out. Go ahead and read.
Verse 17.
Yes, sir.
He said unto them, what manner of communications are these that ye have one to another as ye walk in our saying? And one of them, whose name was Cleophas, answering said unto him, are thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and has not known the things which are come to pass there in these days.
Now hold that thought right here. I forgot to do this, y'all. Sorry about that. Hold that. Man, I'm tripping. I'd like to throw that red letter in there, y'all, so we can see who doing the chopping up. Now, what verse are we on, brother?
We on verse 19.
Verse 19. Go ahead and read, Hebrew.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
And he said unto them,
Well,
what thing? And they said unto him, concerning Yeshua of Nazareth, which was a prophet, mighty indeed, in word before Elohim and all the people.
mm-hmm.
And how the chief priests and our rulers delivered him to be condemned to death. And he have crucified him.
Yeah.
But we have trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Israel.
Yes, sir.
And beside all this, today is the third day since these things were done.
Oh, so that's another hit right there.
Yeah.
He said that we trust that it has been that which should have redeemed Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Because you think about it. Like I said earlier, hey, if it was up to the chief priests and all them, Israel, the house of Israel would have never came back.
Say that.
They would have kept calling them uncircumcised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And had nothing to do with them.
Didn't have nothing to do with it.
That's what you call a wicked vine dresser. Now we talking about when we read earlier in the lesson, he said that the whole house of Israel and Judah, his pleasant plant, both of them together. He had to come to redeem Israel and bring both sticks back together. Go ahead and read.
Verse 22.
Yep.
Yea, and certain women also of our company made us astonished, which were early at the sepulchre.
Yeah.
And when they found not his body, they came saying that they had also seen a vision of angels, which said that he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
And certain of them which were with us went to the sepulchre and found it even so as the woman had said, but him they saw not.
Now check this out. This is the conversation they're having with Yeshua, right?
Mm-hmm.
Check what he say to him. Go ahead and read.
Verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Are not Christ to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. And they drew nigh unto the village, whither they went, and he made as though he would have gone further. But they considered him, saying, Abide with us, for it is toward evening, and the day is far spent. And he went in and tarried with them. And it came to pass, as he sat at meat with them, he took bread and blessed it, and brake and gave to them.
And guess what? Go ahead and read. Uh-huh.
And their eyes was open, and they knew him, and he vanished out of their sight.
Oh, so it took him to come in there and do the bread thing again. You know what I'm saying? So he came in there and took the bread and broke it. He sat down with them, you know, like when he did before and sat down. Oh, so it's you, huh? Remember the bread thing?
Yeah, open eyes.
Now they opened their eyes and they saw they were, yeah.
They meeting bread brought it back to their remembrance.
That's the eyes opening that those men were requesting, y'all. So let's go back and read this one verse and we gotta be through. When he opened your eyes, that's what you see. You see it spiritually, people. Those guys that have mercy. He had mercy on us. They had to have mercy. We're gonna read that
Matthew 20 and 34.
We're gonna read that. Read 33 and then 34.
All right. Matthew 20 and 33.
Mm-hmm.
They say unto him, Most High, that our eyes may be open.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeshua had compassion on them, and touched their eyes. And immediately their eyes received sight, and they followed him.
And they received sight, spiritually speaking. They saw, they were just like he opened their eyes, and they followed him.
That's right.
They was able to see this is the Messiah. And they follow him just like we see what we read. But we believe what we read, what we see, and what we believe in.
That's right.
Reading, and we follow Hamashiach. No different, people.
Yes, sir.
So that's the message for the day, people. I hope everyone got something in Yeshua HaMashiach. Yes, sir. All praise to the Most High.
Praise.
We can have a few announcements. I think I don't have that. Let me see. It's supposed to be meeting next Shabbat. Let me find out what location we're gonna be at. Unless you code. Could you code? You got the schedule for next month?
Yeah. Pull it up.
The brother's gonna hit the street today that you know of.
I think so. I gotta get with a size.
Mm-hmm. Let me find out. I'm trying to pull the schedule up.
Let me see. I'm looking too. Here you go.
Saturday class. You got it, brother?
Yeah, let me see. It's Friday, next Shabbat, it'll be Olive Branch.
Olive Branch Library next Shabbat, Charles Yah and Ira Ben Yehuda.
Yes, sir.
Olive Branch. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we'll be meeting all praise to the Most High next Shabbat at the Olive Branch Library. Brother Charles, you don't have to drive far, my brother. Want to give all praise, honor, glory to the Elohim, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for those who decide to fellowship with us this Shabbat. Also, for those who will contribute toward this ministry, whether it's sharing videos, monetary, just helping out, we really greatly appreciate y'all. Your labor not in vain. We try to be to the best of our ability, be good steward over the gifts that the Most High allow y'all to give us, and we very grateful and much love to you and your household. May you bless each and every one of us in our health, which is very important. Mm-hmm. Our health is very important. That He open our eyes to some things that we need to see, and and continue the fellowship. Get with some good people in your city. If you're able to fellowship with someone in your city, hey, do so. But as long as they teaching the word of Yah without compromising, hey, that'll be a good place for you in Yeshua HaMashiach. Okay. You have anything, brother Jacob?
Yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in and fellowshipping with us on the channel, because we know that there's other sets out there that y'all could tune in and get edification. Mm-hmm. But we appreciate that y'all stopped by and chose to tune in on our channel.
That's right. All praise for that, my brother. Y'all can also go on our webpage, which I haven't been on in a while, www.ordermelchizedekmemphisministry.com. I think that's the channel on there. We got some things over there. We really need to go over there and upgrade it a little bit. So, but anyway, with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and stand and close out. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah.
Yes, sir. All righty. Y'all have a good, enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat. And I'm going to close y'all with a little something. Let's see what we got, Brother Yaakov.
All right.
Let me see.
Blessings, family.
Yeah, let me see what I want to close y'all out with. Let me see right here.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land. Where all this pride coming from, huh? We denied the sun from the jump, number one. Number two, we worship all these falsified deities, sending vain praises up, worshiping our enemies. Three, we glorify, put our trust in man, idolizing doctrines that's abominable to man, and we puffed up like we done something, even though the prophets told us that the Lord would turn from us, utterly destroy us, homeland desolate, told us he would scatter us. Tell me what you thought that meant. Most these pastors teaching nonsense in the pulpits, ministers of Satan, that's who they be fooling with, doctrines of devils, demons in your reign, sin and iniquity, never-ending pain. Pray the Lord forgive me, I blaspheme his name in my holy ignorance. Have mercy on me, man. Have mercy on me, man. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. I was a sinner and I know it, trying to change though. Read scripts, trying to apply them to my life, so I had to make some changes, call it audible. Cause some things I was doing was abominable. Had a slice of humble pie, you should try it, be sure. It's that inner self that you should be trying to reach. It's that daily bread that we should be trying to eat. The spirit mindset we should be trying to keep. All this hatred is of Satan, he deceived us all. But if we believe on the Son, he gon' redeem us all. Glorified bodies, but are you teachable? Or do you just wanna do what you wanna do? That's the question we gotta ask ourselves, cause that sound like self-worship and that's a path to hell. Well, as for me, I'm a humble on down, and with a trembling heart pray for my crown. Now, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is God which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Christ, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. Yea, and if I be offered upon the sacrifice and service of your faith, I joy and rejoice with all of you. For the same cause also do ye joy and rejoice with me.